Friends and family, my first RV12 YouTube video didn't exactly go viral, but this is the update. I think there were 31 hits on it in a couple months, and this is the second update on the shed in Fern Park, Florida. And gonna show you what's happening now. There's the little schematic of what the airplane, of all the different pieces and parts, and of course all the storage for all the little pieces, and the plans book. This is how the airplane, each step of everything I do to put it all together, and actually getting towards the end of these sections now. And the toolboxes, and this is a finished wing, the left wing, which was one of the first ones I did, or the first one I did, but one of the first parts. There's the lights, the nav light on the end of it, and up here, hanging on the ceiling of the shed, is the empennage, which is the tail of the airplane, sits right behind the fuselage. And there's looking inside at all the ribs, and this is actually upside down right now, but this for the pitot static line, and the wiring going back to the trim servo for the elevator. And that's the actual elevator hanging there, and it's actually a stabilator is what they call it. But this moves independently of the other piece, and the other piece, the horizontal stabilizer, all moves together. And then here's the rudder, vertical stabilizer, and the rudder. You can see here with the fiberglass tips are done now, and how that moves. And on the table, on the bench, I have the other wing, the right-hand wing, and the wires for the lights, the landing light, which I cut all this out and worked hours and hours and hours on, but it's done and very proud of it. And these are all getting ready to close it up. The top, these are all called clecos, but they hold everything temporarily until you put the rivets on. And these are, of course, the rivets all sitting here getting ready to be pulled. And it's just a bunch of ribs. I don't know how well you can see in there. You can actually see all the way through. But all these ribs, and I've primed everything. That's why it's all yellow. And these lines, anywhere where a piece of metal overlaps another one, I primed it with zinc chromate, which will hopefully make it last years and years and years. It's not required to do, but it's an added step that I read about that'll help a lot. And here's the wiring harness. Been working on this, making all the connections. And here you can see more of the ribs. And this is the spar that goes across the wing spar. The other wing, its spar overlaps, and I have these taped off, but there's pins that go through these holes, so the two wings overlap each other and basically locks them together. And that's about it. These are called flaperons, but these are it's a combination of the flaps and the ailerons, and that's the next step that I'm gonna put together. And that blue, everything's blue right there, but it's shipped with the vinyl on top of it, and you peel the vinyl off and then deburr everything and flute the edges before you rivet things together. These are the hinges for the flaps where they go on. And that's about it. And going back to this picture, that part is finished. The whole tail, all that's done. And of course the wing, the left wing is finished and the right wing is finished. And the next kit that's coming September 19th, I think. That's the engine, of course, but that area right there, just the fuselage, is what's coming next. I'm very excited about that. And then I'm gonna have to rob a bank or get a third job to buy the engine but that'll be the last step. So that's the official second update. Looks like a bunch of aluminum hanging on the roof, but it's out of the way and safe while I work on the other pieces. And there's the other wing. And that's about it. And hope you all are doing well. And that's the update from Fern Park. We'll talk to you later.